What's up, you guys? The Dorcas Knight here, back at it again after a month's worth of time. I'm so sorry, guys. I've just been so hungover with personal stuff in life. It's just been crazy. But anyway, we're back at it again today. And today, we're going back to our roots, and we're going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys Fortnite Jonesy 6-inch action figure. Or is it 7-inch? I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, taking a look at the packaging over here. It's not looking too bad. Pretty much the same thing that we've seen with all the other McFarlane Toys Fortnite action figures. You got 22 moves at the top. Fortnite with all the accessories and everything that you get inside the window box. You got Jonesy at the bottom there. 12 plus. You don't really need to be 12, trust me. You got Fortnite at the top. At the bottom, you got Jonesy. Another photo of Jonesy there. Same thing at the side, just with the window box continuing along. And at the very back, you got all the other Fortnite figures inside the wave. I do have the Bright Bomber action figure. If I only find it, give me a second.
One eternity later.
Or sorry, it's called the Dark Bomber, excuse me. But anyway, yes, I do have this figure as well. I'm actually quite excited to open this one up because I really like how this one's looking so far. But yeah, I'm going to do a video on that. So be sure you stay subscribed if you're not already. And make sure you click that bell notification so you know exactly when I post that video. And before I do forget to mention, I have done videos on all these figures over here. So make sure you go and check them out. But then at the bottom, we got a bunch of social media that you can follow for McFarlane Toys. If you guys haven't already, I do have a Instagram account. It's called the Dorcas Knight. Go and follow it. Really appreciate that. And then at the bottom, you got all kinds of mumbo jumbo that you're not going to need to know. Well, without further ado, guys, let's get into this figure. Alright, so in terms of accessories, Jonesy does come with 4 accessories altogether. It comes with the Fortnite base that we've seen with all the other McFarlane Toys figures. Has nothing really much going in the back there, but at the front you got Fortnite engraved in there along with 2 peg holes for the 2 peg holes at the bottom of his feet right there. It does come with a tactical shotgun right here, which is pretty interesting to see because we haven't seen tactical shotgun or a shotgun in general with the Fortnite figures. We mainly only seen ARs and grenade launchers, so it's pretty nice to see something different now. It is supposed to go inside of his left hand. As you can see right here, he's got the trigger finger, so you just stick it in there. Finger does go through the little hole there, which is pretty good. It does come with a back bling. I'm not 100% on what this back bling is called. If you do know what it is, please leave it in the comments down below. I'd appreciate it. But overall, it's looking pretty good. I really like all the little paint detailing there. They added the little color for the screen there. They added all the little colors for the shotgun shells, and they even painted the belt buckles too, which is pretty nice. And I really do like all the sculpting in this as well. The only thing is that, from what I remember inside the game, this specific backbling was supposed to be blue, not green. So in terms of kind of like referencing it back to the game, I don't think that it really matches it, but overall sculpting and paint detailing looks really good on this. And of course, it does have a peg at the back. You can put that inside the hole inside of his back there, which does stick in there pretty well. You do get a pickaxe over here, and this pickaxe isn't looking too bad as well. You got all the weathering detail at the top along there. You got the little like wood engraving there, I guess. You also have these numbers here. I'm not exactly sure what they mean, but they are the same thing as the game. It does say, I think it's 3/19, so maybe it has to reference to when the Fortnite figures came out originally, March 2019. I don't know. If you guys do know what those numbers mean, please leave in the comments down below. I'd really be interested in knowing what they mean. In terms of Jonesy, however, I think this is a really big step up from the last couple of figures that McFarlane has released. Quality control, from what I'm noticing on this guy over here when I'm fooling around with it, is that it has been like they've really stepped up their game with it. If you guys remember from when I did my Omega review, I did say that I did not like the plastic that they used whatsoever. I felt that it was very weak and it just didn't really do much good for the quality of the figure. But this one, they used a little bit different, something a little bit different. It feels a lot better, it feels a lot more sturdier, and I really like it. I'd say the only thing that is really lacking on this figure is the head sculpt. Now, sculpting in general on the head sculpt over here doesn't look bad whatsoever, but when it comes to the eyes, like, come on man, those look too cartoonish. I know you guys can do better than that, man. I really do like the paint that they chose for the hair, but yeah, those eyes are just throwing me off. I don't really like it, man. And then you also got the uniform that he's wearing with the little dog tags there, and he's got the scarf, and he's got all the belt buckles. I really like the sculpting that's going along through that I guess you would call strap there. Not looking too bad. Looks pretty accurate for the most part. I think this like ribbon over here was supposed to be red. I'm not exactly sure if it's supposed to be orange, but nonetheless, it does look pretty good. The deco on this looks pretty good as well too. You got the tattoo there, and then going down to the hand, you also have the little like GPS, I guess you would call it. Hands there. For the most part, the hands don't look bad. They hold everything pretty well. You guys already saw that. And then at the other hand over here, it's a little bit different, but you still got the same kind of glove. And then belt over here, once again, all painted in. I really like that they did that. They took the extra step and painted in all those little belt buckles and stuff like that. But yeah, there's the Jonesy butt wrinkles along. The wrinkles that are going along look very nice, very nice. And then you also got the patch over there, the green. You got the black straps once again. This is another thing I really like too. With going back on to saying how they've added the paint detailing all throughout, they've even added weathering into the boots there. I'm not sure if you can really see it with all the light. Oh yeah, you can see it there. So you see all those little silver pieces in there. It really gives off the impression that it is made out of metal and not just plastic. You got the feet over here with all the little laces going along. You still got that weathering detailing going along in there, and 2 pegos at the bottom feet. And then just for reference, here is how he looks inside the game compared to how he looks in action figure form. Articulation wise, McFarlane always knocks out of the park. In terms of the head can move up about that much, it can move down just slightly, it can move side to side. There is some pivoting in there. His arms can move out about that much as it clicks. It can go up, down. There's a little of a bit of a butterfly joint in there, so you can kind of move it around as you like. You do have a bicep swivel in there. You have double jointed elbows, which do move in further than that. Yep, so it moves in about that far. Just takes a little bit of getting to do. And then you got this wrist swivel in there. You got it moving up and down. You can move it side to side. If you mangle with it a little bit, you do have the diaphragm joint, which does move down a fair bit of amount. That's pretty good. Can move back just slightly. Can move side to side. There is a waist swivel in there, along with moving down, back, pivoting, all that kind of stuff. And he can kick forward with the legs. I just don't want to break it, but yeah, it can kick forward about that much. It can go do the splits if you wanted it to. I just gotta say, be very careful, because the joints that they use in here are pretty weird. And you also got the knee joints in there, which move in pretty far. That's pretty good. You also got the foot articulation, where it moves up and down, moves side to side, pivots, all that kind of stuff. The joint that they used in there was pretty good. And then of course they do have the toe articulation, which is absolutely fantastic and every figure should have. Here is Jonesy standing next to Black Knight over here, and as you can see, the two of them scale pretty well together, with Black Knight just being a little bit taller. So what are my final thoughts on this figure? I think that this figure altogether is a fantastic action figure. I think that McFarlane Toys really knocked it out of the park with this guy. As always, they do great in their action figures. What I really do like is that they learn from their mistakes and they change the quality control on this figure, so the plastic is a little bit better and it feels a little more solid. But yeah, I think that they're really going in the right direction. Only thing that I would change though is, as I was doing this video, as we got to the end over here, I kind of noticed that the proportions were a little bit off, kind of like the Skull Trooper figure that I did recently. I did a video on that, so you can go ahead and check that out if you like. But other than that, I mean, this is a great figure altogether. The articulation is great. The paint apps are great. The fact that they added those little bit of the weathering type paint in there, and just adding all the little paint on the little buckles and all that, it just makes the figure that much more perfect. It's great altogether too, to just get a default skin action figure. It's just awesome. If I were to give this guy a rating, I'd probably give a good solid 8 out of 10. But without further ado, guys, this has been my review on this figure. Let me know what you guys have thought in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this figure. Leave down any feedback. I'd love to hear it. No matter if it's good or bad, it can help me become a better action figure reviewer slash YouTuber all together. So I'd really appreciate that. And also, as I've already said, if you were to follow my Instagram account at The Dorcas Knight, I'd really appreciate that as well. My Instagram account, I'm always active on there. So if you are just wondering what's going on with there, you can follow that and you'll know exactly what's going on with this channel if you're at all interested. But then other than that, yeah, you can go ahead and leave a like rating on the video. Just let me know if you want to see some more of these Fortnite McFarlane Toys figures, because I think that after this Jonesy and after this Dark Bomber, I think that I might take a break from McFarlane Toys for a little bit. I just don't have the room to fit all of them in there. So, but if you guys want to continue seeing it, make sure you show your support. I'd really appreciate it. And also, of course, don't forget to subscribe. I'm really close to 200 subscribers, and I'm really excited about it. Maybe one of you guys out there will be the 200th subscriber. We'll see. But anyways, without further ado, it's been Dorcas Knight. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully.